course.
So I guess, yeah, we'll just jump into it. Wait, what was I saying?
wait
All
a
right.
minute.
Welcome to the director's cut of the Cowboy Way, the Unbound documentary of Odie's third attempt at what is the Unbound 350, a 350-mile race in Kansas. I am Christian Demuth, the founder of Demuth Productions, and with me I have Boyd Van Langdon. Boyd, what's up?
What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's a little dark here. Camera's not focusing because it's a little dark, but this could be a fun video.
I guess to give a little background, so I do this full time as a profession. I work in finance, but video, and now I do this on the side. So I'm used to the shooting and the editing. I wanted to start with a question to Boyd of what did you think of this whole process since this is your first time?
It's funny because I moved to Florida. I'm originally from Wisconsin, moved to Florida, met Christian. Christian and I started cycling together. So it was like I got Christian into cycling, and then Christian got me into photography and videography. And it just like the two worlds collided, and this works out so well. But yeah, this was literally the first like videography documentary type thing that I was doing, and I had no idea what to expect. I'm like, dude, I'm used to taking photos. Like, I'm just gonna point the camera and shoot random things and video random things. And to me, it was so fun. Like, I don't know. It just the energy and the vibe of this race was so high and awesome that like it just even from a media perspective, like it just cascaded to what I feel like us as well, and just kept that energy going for us that night. And dude, I loved it.
Yeah. Was there any part of it that you're like, how the heck does that work?
I had to lean on Christian a lot. So for videoing, like I said, I was more of a photographer, and I was very comfortable with actual like still photo photography. But when it came to videos, for some reason, it's just like to me, it's like a whole different ball game. So I was leaning on Christian a lot, and like dude, there's times where I'm like, just take my camera and fix the settings for me, and I'm just gonna point and shoot it. So I learned so much on that trip when it came to video and content from that perspective. But yeah, it was just a complete whole learning event for me, and yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, yeah, well, I appreciate you being part of this because not only was he my second shooter, he was my second eyes on the edit, and then most importantly, he was navigating us through this course. So without him, I probably would have got stuck in the first 15 minutes, and this documentary would not have come together.
Teamwork, buddy, teamwork.
Yeah, so, all right. We will jump into this one. Enjoy. We will be stopping and starting as we dive into details of the behind the scenes.
I will say out of the gate, this intro, when I first saw this, chills.
Yeah, I went with like that quiet, set the scene of night, and then jumps right into the loud cassette.
Right. Can you hear it?
You're not able to hear it.
I can't hear the video. Sorry.
I think I know exactly what I did. I didn't show sound.
Good thing for post editing.
While the 2025 Unbound XL is in Odie's first rodeo, this director's cut is Christian and Boyd's first time. Saddle up, boys, we're losing the audience.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
There's the crickets I remember.
All right, we're back. Yeah, I went with that quiet scene straight into a loud cassette to really draw the viewer into what we're at.
Right.
Kind of introduce you to the main character without really knowing it yet.
Well, it just pulls you in nicely. Like, there was some, not really drama, but hardship in this race.
I think hands down this might be my favorite shot that I've shot in this whole documentary.
I remember you, it was either texted me or called me, and you're like, dude, I got the dopest shot of this cow or this bull. And I'm like, where the heck did you find a bull? I didn't even realize this was all on a farm. And then once you sent it to me, I'm like, dang, that's a money shot right there.
Yeah, so a little bit of reference. This is up in Dade City, so it's about an hour from Tampa, roughly. And it's friends of theirs ranch. And so these longhorns and donkeys back in the back and stuff, they're just kind of roaming around. So it kind of walked right up to the camera.
It's the fits the cowboy aesthetic nicely, eh?
It was definitely the perfect scenario. This is crazy to me, the disc golfing.
We drove through the town and it was like championship level disc golf courses.
Crazy.
We are heading right now to the expo. We have a tent with the team there, so we have to prepare everything before everything opens. And then straight after, we're going to pick up the registration number and the tracker. So it's going to be very important. So people and family and friends can follow where we are and our position. So we have a very busy hour right now between 12 and 1:30.
I feel like this whole beginning, I just wanted to really make it natural. Didn't want to feel
Yeah.
like a stage.
I've been traveling a lot in my life, and I've been living in different countries. And sports
Yeah,
has been
I think
that
you did a
place where it's been
great
easy
job
to
just
connect with other people.
letting Odie
Feel
kind of just tell a story,
because
see the energy and the vibe of the town. Like that was awesome the day before, like going to the expo and stuff. Like the energy in that town was electric.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like overtaken with cyclists.
Yeah.
So
Every single corner, street, there's just bikes everywhere.
it
It's
felt like
crazy.
cyclists, sprinter vans, camera people. Just, I feel like that encompasses the entire vibes.
The granola vibes were
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, side note, Christian and I left this trip, instantly started browsing for vans. We're
Oh.
like, dude, we got to buy a Sprinter van.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I ain't got the money for it, but definitely I'll take one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is actually our rental car right there.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
That's funny.
We tried to get a Bronco.
We
We
tried,
couldn't.
but they took them literally before we grabbed one.
I feel home.
Cowboy cyclist?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Totally not staged at all.
Something for you. You have a lot of
Yeah.
stuff from me, so I have to get something.
Not at all.
You love coffee, right?
Yeah, dude, love coffee.
That one is nice.
Check this out. Oh man, that is so good.
Jetty, so that's.
That's so good looking. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
How's your arm now?
It's healing. We're looking good. We're getting better. We're way better than it was.
Do you know what happened to him?
Hey,
Like
how are
his
you, man?
injury
I think he fell while at the training camp,
at the training camp?
and so I think he like might have broke his wrist or something. So he actually lives in Tampa Bay.
Oh,
I
nice.
forget his
Yeah.
name. We'll pop it up on screen, but yeah, he lives in Tampa Bay, and then he works for Goo, which is one of his like sponsors.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was wondering what happened to his wrist.
Yeah, I think it was a slip and fall on the bike.
Thank you.
How's your arm now?
It's healing. We're looking good. We're getting better. We're way better than it was at camp.
Hey, how are you, man?
Hey, you're gonna
My
kill me.
leg's better.
Pause it for a second. Sorry, my bad. Battery's dying.
Technical difficulties. Let me see.
Don't mind me.
Boyd forgot to charge his batteries, so they will be right back with the director's cut of the Cowboy Way in a few moments. So don't go anywhere.
All right, let me know when you're ready. I'm recording again.
You could.
You good? All right, we'll pick up here.
Camp.
Hey, how are you, man?
My leg is better.
Yeah?
I have rest, like you told me.
Did I see you cut your bar?
Yes, I did.
I saw you up this morning. I was like, hey, Kristen, look, he cut his bar off. That's cool.
It's getting popular. It's like TT
Yeah,
bikes.
it's like a bullhorn.
TT bikes.
I feel like I had to use that.
That
as a
is-
segue.
Yeah, it is like. It is funny how often we're seeing like shaved handlebars and basically aero bars on gravel bikes nowadays with these big races.
It makes sense. I can imagine you're going
And I
on the
would like
drops
to
so
do
much.
general check.
Well, when these guys are pushing 20 plus miles an hour for the whole race, like yeah, they're cruising.
Yeah. I have gotten my own TT or aero bars, and it's interesting to ride.
Yeah, it's like
Get rid of the
Can
drop.
imagine.
it's like I have got a lot of questions about it, and it's just if you imagine like a TT bike, the handlebar is the same. They don't have the drops,
Right.
so it's like less
I'm
drop.
not gonna lie though, I didn't notice it until like a few times of filming him. Then I was like, "Have you always
You're
had
like,
him
"Wait a
like
minute."
that?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even notice it." It's kind of crazy.
I mean, I guess the brake levers kind of hide it a little bit,
Yeah,
but
like
yeah, when you look at it from this angle, that's
It's like you're missing
wild.
this whole entire thing, right?
yeah. Like something should be there.
And less weight. I mean, it's only maybe 100 grams, but it's more about
Hey,
traffic.
Right. Yeah.
So I love details, and I want to do as much as I can to help me out.
Yes,
So
I hear you.
1% here, 1% here.
We get an edge wherever we can.
Yep. Something very unique
Great
with
shot,
Unbound
buddy.
and the Expo is that everyone is happy. Everyone's is full adrenaline. Everyone's want to race. Everyone want to be part of it. So you will see everyone smiling. Everyone want to take a picture. People is asking where you're from, where do you come from, why are you here. So it's like the energy here in the Expo and Unbound in general is something that you really have to be here.
Good luck.
I feel like that's like an understatement. Like I didn't realize how crazy of the energy it was until we actually were there.
Well, yeah, for real. It's like when we see the whole town basically not really shut down, but conform to this race. Like literally, this town or this race is like built around this town. So everything in the town is just like crazy energy. It's all about the race, all about cycling, and it's in the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
Like, it's crazy.
It is really crazy. Cows, bikes, and disc golf.
Yep, the disc golf is very important in this town.
Very.
Let us know if you need anything in the shop.
Thank you. Always nice to see you.
Yeah, always great to see you.
3 years in a row
Pink
now.
just pops so well.
Back to back.
Mhm.
And this year you're gonna finish.
Oh, it does. It really does.
2023.
That's why Lachlan is easy to spot.
From 220, only like 37 finish. So I made it to mile 200. My bike was completely destroyed. I couldn't finish. Last year, mile 274, I had like 7 diarrheas. I had a lot of stomach problems, too much sugar, couldn't finish. So it's like we have to make it this year.
This year.
Yeah, I never think
believe in
about
you for
that.
this year.
Consuming too much
I just
sugar
watched a interesting
really
documentary
messes
on
your
Red
stomach
Bull
up.
called Endurance.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's about Shackleton taking the voyage.
I think
from-
that might be one of the hardest parts is balancing that nutrition with like riding while you're out there because you only have gas stations to go to. So
Right. Yeah, being full self-supported, right? You gotta find this stuff, find the gas stations, find the stores, and like through the night when they're not open. Thankfully, most of the gas stations are open, but yeah, you're so fully self-supported, and it takes a lot.
yeah, I mean, what would be your go-to in the gas station to get?
Dude, I don't know. With our stomach problems, probably just find me a jar of peanut butter or something.
Yeah, right. Pack some
Like,
peanut butter and tortillas.
get some tortilla and peanut butters. That's all we need.
Antarctica,
Yep.
trying to. His boat gets iced in, and he keeps all of his crew in good mindset.
Yeah.
So like that's what I think about
Yeah.
for someone like yourself, just keeping positive,
Yeah.
positive vibes, right?
I mean, and it's like a friend texted me this morning, wishing me luck, and say, "Listen, it's just gonna be more epic.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna look like
Yeah. 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 Like superheroes.
superheroes."
I think we can coin that as one of his
Hey.
phrase lines now. It's gonna be more epic,
Oh yeah, definitely. That should be the tagline. Gonna be more. epic.
right?
Buddy.
This is when we're introduced to Matt. Matt
Good.
is the sponsor.
I got
of
some
this
music.
documentary.
Nice.
For anyone that was curious.
Make the party going on. I can't believe it how far we have come, and being here with the house, with the team, with mechanics, with sponsors, it's just amazing. 2 years ago, I started with 4 guys, no sponsors, no help, and today we have very good sponsors, very good athletes, very good friends being here with me that I can call my friends, my brothers. Maybe we don't share the same blood or last name, but we feel like brothers sharing everything. I'm very grateful for that.
It's been kind of a lifelong passion for me because I've been a cyclist for over 30 years. I got out of law school. I raced mountain bikes for a period.
Dude, those glasses and helmets. Matt, what are we doing, buddy?
He's looking good back then. I think
The American jersey? Hell yeah.
I wonder if that's like a camo pack. Like camel.
It kind of looks like it. I just want to know, like, it looks like you have, like, Matt, do you have a beanie on top of this helmet, or what is that?
Yeah, Matt, if you're watching this, please comment. And if you're wearing like a beanie over, is that for aero or is that for like temperature? Please let us know.
Right. Yeah, we need explanations.
And
also, the bike. I want to know what bike you're riding in that video.
Right, like them. Now we buy those to build into cafe cruisers.
Sorry, Matt. It's the vintage bikes now.
It's vintage.
So I decided I should stick with my day job, and I wanted to combine what I do for a living as a trial lawyer with something I have a real passion for. And luckily, I combined both of them. And it's an amazing avenue for me to give back to the community. I've had riders that came from as far as New Jersey who we were representing, and to be able to, shake their hands or give them a hug and to be able to help them get back on their bikes and to make a recovery. So it was pretty amazing.
You look awake.
Yeah, after some coffee.
Yeah, a little coffee.
I met Odie 2 years ago when I was doing a podcast in this room. And at first I didn't know what to, think of Odie. But after I got to talk to him a little bit, he has the biggest heart of anyone I've met in a long time. He's very genuine. It's been a wonderful opportunity, working with him and following him along on this project.
Dude, that pink tractor.
If you do Unbound.
It fits so well.
Right color as well.
Yeah.
He told me to get on it. I said, no, not until I do the ride.
Yeah. You need to earn getting on that tractor.
Have a great time.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so
extra large.
The goal or the plan for all of this stuff is Christian is following Odie and getting a lot of the prep that goes into this race. And I don't even know where the heck I am. I think I'm roaming around the street somewhere just getting some filler side shots and stuff. But There's actually quite a bit that goes into like making sure you got your packets, your registration, like there's GPS involved in this, so making sure all that's set up appropriately. So it's there's a lot that goes into prep of this race.
Yeah, for sure. I think for us, we were divide and conquer. So I went with Odie in the truck. You took the rental car, and we said like, hey, I'm gonna follow him around for a good amount of time, and then you would go out and get what we call like B-roll. So it's a lot of extra stuff. So when you saw the shots going down the street, that's all Boyd was on a gimbal. And so name of the game here was divide and conquer to get all as much as we
just
could.
Two of us trying to get a huge documentary film. So
get as much
and
footage.
like the amount of if you want to call it media personnel at this event was mind-boggling to me. Like we had a media briefing meeting. I think it was the day before, right? The race the day before in the morning. And it was a big room filled, probably hundreds of, photographers, videographers, just people doing documentaries themselves, like the actual event, media people. And it's just crazy how many people there were there videoing, photographing, just collecting like all of the event. It was wild.
Yeah. It was pretty cool to see though. That's for sure.
Yeah. Super cool.
Perfect. Thank you. $58.94 is my number this year. So I have to do my homework now, finding out how this tracking device works.
Can we just say that these tracking devices are not up to date at all?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that because I know we have a question about tracking him, and this little piece right here just like not up to date.
Yeah. I think there's plenty of times where we were doing some pretty complex math to figure out where the heck Odie was based off of like finding other people on the tracking app and when they would pass us to like, all right, Odie's X amount of time behind person Y. So where's person Y? Oh, they just passed us? All right, he's coming up.
Oh, yeah. We'll dig into that during some of these scenes where it was like tracking people's bikes because we're like, I'm not sure if that was him or not.
Put on some new batteries and have to find a good spot for it as well. You have to be facing up and probably going to put it on my TT
Do you know where he
bars.
put it? Where did he put that?
I think there's a shot at the end of him. You could see it. I think he put it on his TT bars,
Okay.
like by the stem, I think, because it needs to be facing the sky.
Facing up?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Let's see. When I first come here to the state, I didn't have any friends. So I just went in Strava. I could see the names, I could see where they were hanging around, and I saw a couple guys that had like Latin names, and I said, okay, maybe they speak Spanish as well. And I texted them, and they were from Cuba too. So Osmay, he's in a place in Cuba not too far from my hometown, like 30, 40 minutes.
Let's just like point out and kind of talk about Osme. So he's, I think, 51 or 52.
He deserves a whole video in himself.
For real. An absolute unit of a cyclist, like endurance athlete. 51 years old, and he did it, I think, like under 20 hours.
Yeah, absolute animal. And like the guy only knows one speed, and that's full speed. Like
I think he said he barely stopped at gas stations. He basically took everything he needed, which to me is wild because absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, he did suffer some spinal stuff, so he has like retired from cycling, which Osman, if you are seeing this, we love you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. You got it. You crushed out the Unbound, so you got that under your belt.
A little behind the scenes here too in this scene. So this is a chair that these interviews that we've seen so far in. We have one light over here. The idea was take this light. We were bouncing off of this garage door to give them a little bit of fill and backlight. And then this one was moved over, casting on the opposite side of the cameras that were over here.
Yeah, I think we were debating shooting this in the living room because there was a nice bay window in the living room. But we're like, oh, why the hell don't we shoot this in the garage? Because all the bikes were in the garage, like the tools, the components, all that was, sort of in the background. And we're like, oh, that's a cool shot. Like all of the setup that's in the garage was use that as background.
Yeah. It definitely gave it a lot more depth and stuff. So it was a right move for sure.
So we connect very quickly. I would say that Osmay and Rolly are my brothers right now, my closest friend and an inspiration as well. Those guys are insane. Osmay is 52 years old and he has already like 7,000 miles. His mentality is like the Navy SEAL mentality that is no matter
7,000 miles. When was this race? This race was
end of May.
End of May, and Odie racked 7,000 miles at the end of May already.
Yeah, wow. I think right now it's October 1st when we're recording this, and I am at like 2,400 miles.
Yeah, right. It's like crazy.
So, that just shows.
The other mention in this is Rolly. That dude, his mental game is wild. Like, I think this was this Rolly's first Unbound, or did he do this?
I don't remember.
Before,
I know he did.
I can't remember.
He did the.
Roll, if you see this, let us know if you attempted this or have completed Unbound at previous years, or if this was the first.
I know this is the first time he's completed it. I know he did the training camp, but then I think he broke his collarbone, so that took him out of it, which was I think last year's. So this might be his first, which he did it and completed it, which is awesome. Yeah. Dude's a champ as well. For sure.
I have to say that he's been a big help for me this year to be as prepared as possible for Unbound.
What are
I had no idea what was going on.
Me neither. I was luckily already recording.
Yeah. I was like, this is clearly an inside joke.
Actually, I need it because
Oh, yours is broken.
Yeah.
They were like, where's
So when we were at the training camp, Odie, the entire time he was there, was moaning about his leg. And the dude was injured, but he, for whatever reason, wanted to continue to ride. So the whole damn time that we were there, he had a Theragun on his leg. He would never take it off. He Theragun 24/7. So we thought he was taking the damn thing to bed with him. So we were just giving Odie a little bit of a hard time, and that's why the people, especially on that group trip to the Unbound training camp, got that joke.
Oh, you missed it, John. Okay.
I want to say some quick words now that we are here before we have something to eat. I would never imagine 2 years ago that we would stay.
I'll say like this is like truly like family, all of them together.
Yeah.
It was cool to be a part of it because even though we were like the new people, it felt like they brought us in right away, so it was super cool.
Yeah, and background, I haven't met any of these people. Like Christian obviously filmed Odie and Matt and stuff like that. I met them prior, but this is the first time I'm meeting any of these people. And to come in and like everybody's super welcome and like crazy nice, like it was wild how close it all felt. Like instantly just became friends, instantly just like this is literally a tight-knit group of people, and it showed. It was pretty humbling, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I knew two of the guys, and I didn't know anyone else then, so
Yeah.
first time meeting them, and yeah, we became family, like all of us together, so it was really cool.
I mean, there's something about like you don't know anybody, and even from their perspective, like you don't know these two guys that are coming in and sticking cameras in your face, like for them to welcome us, and like we literally stayed all in the same house. Like this is a huge house, we all stayed there, and they welcomed us to stay there too, so it's just awesome. Yeah, the camaraderie was awesome.
Absolutely.
Important, and you know, I only want good people around me, and look at this group of people. It's incredible. So thank you
a lot.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
Eat.
Now you can get out of your beds.
It's incredible to watch 8 people that don't know each other very well, but have one thing in common, which is cycling, to come together and get along so well. And if I can share that with them and more people,
Right.
it's what I would like to do, you know, as we go forward in the future with this.
Now the fun begins.
We're going to get that staging process underway in just about 15 minutes.
I don't know about you, but my heart was pumping at the start line. We're not even riding it. I'm like, dang, this is exciting.
Yeah, I guess we were there, 30 minutes, 45 minutes early? I think we were there before they were, because we wanted to make sure, like, scope it out, knew where we were going to be. The plan was I was going to be up on the start line. I decided not to go in the chute because I knew if once they kicked us out, the media, I wasn't going to be able to get that close shot. And so I stayed on the wall, but like took a spot and stayed there. And then Boyd was like, what, 10th
I was
mile
at the
down?
end, like because where they gate off the entrance from the sidewalks and stuff. Like I was at the absolute end of the gates. Because I wanted to like kind of weasel my way a little bit past the gate so I get a shot, because I figured everybody was going to hold their phones over the edge.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you'll see here in a minute like why why I tried to like sneak a little bit into the actual like starting spot. But
yeah, I think that was the hardest part, was battling the cell phone warriors and the cinematographers with their phones.
Yeah.
But we did it.
We got it.
It worked. You never know how many pros are going to show up. But I saw these guys next to me. He was super friendly. I wish him good luck. and he did the same to me, and he was like,
I think this was crazy, is that he was sitting right next to the winner.
This shot is probably one of my favorites. Like, just the slow zoom in to him as they're waiting at the start line. Yeah, right next to the winner. Like crispy.
It's cool because Lachlan was staying way in the back, and everyone thought he was going to win, but the fact that he won and he was there was just like, dang, that's so cool.
Yep.
Me,
I honestly just realized Odie was,
he was,
or not Odie, Osme was standing right next to him too.
Do so well and actually pull and win the race. So I was extremely lucky to be next to him and wish him
nice. Hell yeah.
luck before we went for it.
Point out, I found this guy on social media. I'll put his handle up. He's a UFC fighter.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty crazy.
That's a wild transition.
Yeah, looking at the lineup.
Because so the media shoot, like, so the shoot as in like a designated fenced in area for media personnel only, was that behind all of these riders? I can't remember where it was. I thought it was behind them.
They had, like, if you see in this one, so this shot, basically leading up to the last like few minutes, they let every media person that got credentials, which we had, inside of there. But then once the race started, like maybe 100 feet back, they exited out of there and there was no room on the wall for them. So I don't know what shots they were able to get once they were kind of kicked out of here. So that's why I just held here so I can get the wide shot. I was on his side, so I'm getting the close-ups.
Right.
Didn't want to get bumped out and then miss the takeoff.
Yeah.
No, he was cool. He was like down to earth. So it's very cool to see someone like that do so well and actually pull and win the race.
Hanging over
next to him and wish him luck before we went for it.
And you'll see Boyd's shot coming up with the long range.
Yeah, you can see all the people hanging over the edge. I'm literally holding my tripod up in the air above everybody just so I don't get arms and cell phones in the shot. I'm surprised at how stable it is, to be honest.
I thought that
at least for the first 2-3 miles,
I was happy.
We have kicked off the 350. There was a lot of people there. A lot of hands and shots, but we got what we got.
We did what we could.
Yeah. We are now headed to Eskridge, 38 minutes away, about 30 miles, so we should beat him there. It's like a small town. He's going to pass there, so let's see what
it's going to be a fun night.
Yep.
So many people up there. The energy was just over the moon. The first 40 miles were extremely fast. I had 21 average. Straight after mile 40, there was a big crash. The guy broke his collarbone. It was like a moment where I thought, okay, this can really happen. I have to take care now. I really have to focus all the time.
21 mile average on gravel is wild.
That is crazy.
41 for 40 miles, let alone 360. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
This shot here of the drone. So we flew a drone. I had Boyd on the camera, which you'll see that shot of him go by. It's kind of out of order of how it happened. The funny part about this drone shot, which if you remember, I took off over the trees with it because I found him and then took off after him chasing him down this road. He had no clue the drone was there, but I was probably like 5 feet behind him at one point chasing him down the road.
I remember the road we pulled off and we were trying to find him, and I think you're like, oh, I got him, and I'm just like in the background, I'm like, get him
like, we sent the drone ahead to see who was coming because it was kind of like a blind corner, and so I was like, all right, this is him, which that to me, one of the hardest things was knowing who was coming. Like, was it him, was it not him? He's very, if you see in the shot, he's wearing very like, neutral colors.
Common colors.
And so I think for us, we were always looking for the red bike and the blue on his helmet.
Yep. She just wore the cowboy hat.
Between me and the
And then that's the shot that you got. And the drone flying down the road.
First gas station, I was dreaming about getting something cold. A cold water, cold Coke. So I went straight in and To my biggest disappointment, they have no electricity, so everything was warm. Got enough water and some sugar to fill my bottles. I was very quick. I'm probably used like between 5 to 7 minutes.
I think I start too hard. It's been amazing. Wish me luck.
I don't know how you
Nah,
don't start
the gas
hard.
station with
Like the
one guy that
excitement of
was-
this, like, oh,
Right.
there's Christian. There he is.
There he is.
Just champ in the mix. It was cool. We met some other videographers here that I believe work for Shimano, right? Like they were following. I forget the names of the riders, but I believe that they were actually like for Shimano, and they were filming a lot of the componentry of the bikes, showing how well like Shimano does with like this. These bikes get beat up.
Yeah.
Like this is not a race for the faint of heart. Like these bikes take a beating, and we were chatting with some of the other media folks, and dude, everybody was so chill, so cool. Like it was just an awesome vibe, like all around.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. It was like all the bikers were out on their race, but then all of us were there racing around, and it was kind of cool to like, their people came and went, and so then you see they like kind of chilled out because they knew like, all right, we're good for this scene. And then it was kind of, it was cool to chat and say like, who are you following? What are you doing? What are you shooting on? Stuff like that. I mean, you could see in this shot all the people surrounded, and we got to talk to basically all of them. So it was like, cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned or if it's known, but so it's a fully self-supported race, meaning us as media, we can't even interact so much as talk to our riders. So Odie, we couldn't even communicate with them because that would technically be like mental support. And this whole race, self-supported, that goes physical, mental, like the whole 9 yards. So it was so hard not to just be like, yeah, go Odie, you got this, man. Like, you're doing great. Like, you're in X position. Like, we couldn't say any of that. Otherwise, we'd risk disqualifying Odie. And obviously, we don't want that.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to go inside the gas stations. We were allowed to do, as you saw in that shot, get up to him and get, like, shots of him. And if he talked to the camera, it was fine, but we weren't allowed to say anything back. And so that, to me, was the toughest, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Extremely strong. And just a couple miles after, I saw Rolly, and he was cleaning his bike, so we just jumping from there and start riding together.
It's cool that they met up and were able to cycle some of this event together.
The first year, I didn't sleep at all because it's a scary experience.
Oh, that shot, dude.
Home alone with our daughter.
That shot's so good.
She was scared. I was scared. But when he sets his mind into something, he will continue until he gets it done.
I told my mom that, Mom, please line up some candles and ask for the family that is no longer with us to take care of me. I believe that my uncles, my grandparents, and my father-in-law take care of me. So I felt actually when the sunset came that I felt very protected. I felt like they were carrying me through all those technical parts, and I felt like this is going to be my race. I felt like super protected. There is a guy, his name is Roy.
Right, I didn't want to interrupt that because that was a cool moment. But that sunset shot, I think we were like chugging down the highway, and we're like, oh dude, the sunset's dope right now. Like let's pull off quick and like try and get a sweet time lapse of the sunset. And I think we set our camera up in the middle of the off ramp just to get like these tractors and the stop, like the sun in the middle of the tractor and stop sign. We're literally in the middle of this off ramp. Like we're both checking back. Like, oh, is anyone exiting? Is anyone exiting? Like, hold off. We need the sun to go down.
Do you remember too? There's like human poop on the ground too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Which not
so
ours.
gross. Not ours.
I know we got IBS problems, but it's not ours.
promise we had no clues on the road.
No, it was a safe trip.
It's crazy too because the sun was like up and stuff like that drone shot, and by the time it gets close to the horizon, it goes down really quick.
Yeah, it was moving pretty good.
Yeah.
All those technical parts, and I felt like this is gonna be my race. I felt like super protected. There is a guy, his name is Roger, and mile 84, he catch me from behind.
I think this shot, so I'll go into, someone asked a question of how did you navigate the course at night? And I think this shot's a good one to stop on because you see how dark it is. Like,
yeah, it's dark, pitch black.
In this shot, we had the high beams on the car, and literally behind the sign, you can't see anything.
Yeah,
and
this is rural Kansas. No street lights,
middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
And I think to answer the question, so we had the maps, we knew where the route was going. For us at nighttime, I think the hardest part was honestly driving and not having to worry too much about like a deer running out, because I mean, I'm from the city, I'm not from the country. Boyd, you grew up in Wisconsin, so you're more used to deers, so I was like, all right, let me know what to do. And you always told me, like, if you see one, don't freak out, but like drive slow.
Yeah, don't hit the brakes. Like, you don't want to nosedive the car, because that tends to launch the deer over the car or through the windshield. But then also do not swerve, because that's gonna potentially push you into the ditch. But yeah, in Wisconsin, there's a lot of deer, so you're like always scanning those ditches. Like, you'll see the beady eyes in the ditches and on the road if there's one on the road, so it's always looking for those beady eyes. But dude, it was dark.
It was very dark. Luckily we had no run-ins with any deer or wildlife really, so we're good.
Yeah, I think we had, because we had to navigate like the actual roads, so I think we had like Google Maps up, and trying to tie that to the actual course map, so like knowing which roads to be on. But then two, we're tracking Odie on like the tracking app and trying to figure out like, all right, which dirt road, because it's all gravel, right? So which dirt road is he gonna either pop up on, or like which road do we take in this pitch black night? Right? Like, it was like I think at one point we had 3 like maps up at once, like trying to coordinate like where to go.
Yeah, it was I definitely had Boyd as my navigator, because you stopped us from going down one road that if I was by myself, I would have got stuck within the first 10 minutes.
I was gonna say that was right at the beginning too. It turned to like, it was like this hard packed gravel that it turned from hard packed gravel to like shrubbery and grass growing in the road, and I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm like, this might be getting soft. And like the rental car has, street tires on it, so if we would have went another mile, like the first 10 minutes of this race, we would have been stuck.
We would have been SOL. I'll put up the clip that you got of the tire just caked, and just cakes mud coming off of it.
We need a Jeep.
And Phoebus had a crash. Once I saw him, I say to myself, like, this guy is gonna save me. So I jump into his wheel, and he was flying. And I felt like, yes, this is exactly what I needed. A person I know about it. He has a lot of experience. I'm gonna follow him. He was kind of like an angel between mile 84 and 108, where I felt like a familiar face, really.
That's cool too, this shot here. So this character, you guys have to remember him, because he will come back up later.
Yep.
At the point, we had no clue, but he actually will be riding with Odie for quite a while.
Because this was mile like 100 something, right?
This
One
is
like early hundreds.
Right?
Yeah, it was in the early hundreds. So like we still have over 200 miles to go at this point.
Oh yeah, good old Gambino's pizza.
Gambino's pizza. Yep.
Helped me out to survive the first, I would say, dark time.
Well, then one thing is, this is the view we had. So you see the guy in the back. So we literally never knew when it was him. So I think we recorded probably 50 clips of people coming, thinking, all right, just in case. And at this point, he passed, and I think you said, like, wait, was that him? And we had no clue that he actually passed us until you hear him say something.
Yeah, baby! Christian!
And then do you want to tell him about our game plan, so what we did with the car and all that?
Oh, yeah. When we got to this town, so remember the math I was talking about on trying to track these riders and when they're going to come through these towns. Like Christian said, we were filming like probably 20, 30 people of like, all right, this might be him. This might be him. But we're like, oh, Odie might stop at this gas station at the end of this, like where Odie's riding right now. At the end of it, there's a gas station. Yeah. And we're, what if he stops at that gas station? Because I think Odie said he wasn't going to stop here.
Yeah, I think he originally said he was going to bypass it.
Right. So we're like, oh, we don't need to set up anything for that gas station shot. But I think when we got to this town, Christian parked the car up the road, the opposite direction of what Odie's going right now. Right by the pizza shop. So he was up there more, and we're like, well, what if Odie stops at that gas station? Like that would be a dope shot. So Christian quick ran, jumped in the car, and moved it to where you saw Odie saying like, yeah, Christian, like, so that we could hop in that car as fast as we could to get to the gas station to get more content. And that's exactly what happened. We're like, holy cow, we're so happy we moved that car, because it would have, like, he was in and out of that gas station pretty quick. So it was just it was funny how that decision worked out for us to get more content of the gas station, because it's dark, right? We need street lights, we need gas station lights to get some of this night content. And that worked out so good.
Yeah, I remember us saying, all right, if he goes towards the left, we dive into the car and go. If he goes right, we're good. And so as soon as he passed, we were watching, he started going left, and we dove in that car.
He's going to the gas station. Go.
Dark time.
Yeah, baby! Christian!
Your mind will always tell you to quick. Riding a bike for 24 hours, it's going to be painful. Your gut, your feet, your legs, your neck, your ass, everything hurts. I'm broken. This is a question that I think a lot of people ask themselves, is like, is this healthy? Is this good for my health? Is this good for my mental? But it's the challenge of pushing your body and to see how much the human body is capable of. It's like just insane, and we are capable of doing whatever we want to do.
Yeah, I will contest. If you have never ridden a bike more than 2 hours, right? Like the mental strength you need to do this is crazy. Because like you're dead ass tired, and you're like, dude, I need to stop. Like I can't keep going on. But just to like overcome that and have that mental strength to do 24 hours, like holy cow, crazy.
And I think like one of the things, because I just got back from a gravel bike packing, and the difference between road and gravel is road, for the most part, you can just lock in and sit and do whatever. But for gravel, I feel like you're constantly having to pay attention, because there's potholes, there's loose gravel, there's loose sand, there's all this that you don't really get the time to just like turn off your brain, because you're constantly focused on your front wheel and making sure you don't like go over or go sideways.
Yeah, especially in Florida, right? Like that sugar sand hits fast, and if you hit that sugar fan going fast, like,
and that's at night too, crazy.
Oh yeah, wild.
This little sequence here I think was fun, because I made it look as if there was multiple cameras filming him at the same time. But it was really just me.
Yeah. Yeah, Christian was doing work at this gas station.
Water bottle fills.
So good.
I think Usmay is ahead of me, and Broly's behind. My low back is killing me, so I have to get some painkillers.
Fun fact, this pot right here is full of water. I was over here filming him, and that's why this water's on the ground. I stood back up, hit my head on it, dropped water on the camera, which I got footage of. And then I was like, well, gotta keep just going.
Gotta power through. Do it for the shot. Do it for the gram.
I realized there was a pot above my head, and so I was filming, and I looked up and hit the water all over the monitor, but I just had to keep going.
I saw this pot.
I did not.
Well, I'm happy with the results so far, but I have a lot of pain and still more than 250 miles to go. So let's keep moving.
Dude, just saying that more than 250 miles ago, like, oh.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
After doing 108.
Yeah.
At this point too, there was quite a few people we saw like DNFing, like they were getting in their cars, like they were calling it. And so seeing this was like the first time we saw people actually like pull out of the race, and seeing this rest of them keep going, I thought that was very like interesting to see for the first time.
Yeah, it's very motivational. Like people are dipping. Like you're 100 miles is no easy feat in itself. Yeah. And you know, to just like Odie said, you got 250 to go. Like just to have that mindset of like, all right, I'm going to finish this 250 to go versus like, oh my god, I got 250. Like I can't do this. It's wild. Oh, I do have to shout out the red car there that we just saw on the left. There was an older couple sitting in there, and they got out, and they were curious about all the people that were at the gas station. So, where Christian was just showing, like on the left there, that's me. That old couple was standing in front of their car, and they were directly in my shot as Odie was refilling, and doing his thing. They saw me and were like, oh my god, we're so sorry. Like they moved out of the shot, got back in the car, and shout out to whoever they are. I don't know if like this will ever find them, but y'all are champs for moving for the shot.
Shout out to the couple in the red GMC
in the
Arcadia.
Yep, whoever you are.
Shout out. Without you, we wouldn't get this next shot. It's honestly fun running next to the guys because they're all tired, so I could just.
And I have to be honest,
you can keep up.
Having so many people in Emporia because of me also helped me out to push it through. I didn't want to disappoint my friends, my family, my filming crew. I wanted to be there for them. I wanted to succeed for them. So I felt like every time I have those dark moments where I felt I wanted to DNF, I say, nah, you just have to push through it. It's no way. These people is here because of you, so you have to finish this race.
Dude, some of those towns, so I know we're transitioning to the daytime, but some of those towns that we were driving through, sketch. like middle of Kansas, like Emporia is like a small town, but like we were driving through some really, really small towns, and it's just eerily quiet and dark. Like not saying like the towns, like the people are sketch at all. It was just eerily quiet, and just something about filming like these little small towns at midnight, 1 a.m. Like it was cool in itself how empty things were at that time.
Yeah, and I think one of the locals told us that there's two sides to it. So you have this big bike race that comes into a small town in the middle of nowhere. Some people really like it because they bring in tons of revenue and all this jobs and stuff. But then on the other hand is you have these farmers, and they say the farmers don't like it because one, it spooks their cows. Two, I mean, they're tearing up the roads, and so they don't like it because they're driving these roads once we leave.
Yeah.
And so they don't really need these races because those farmers tend to be pretty wealthy. And so, like what Boyd's saying, feels sketch because you're in these small towns in the middle of the night and you don't know if someone's like kind of angry about it and they want to take it out on someone. So you have that in the back of your mind while you're out there in the middle of nowhere by yourselves.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like I felt safe, like for the most part, right? But yeah, I get both sides. Like I think they were saying like this event brings millions of dollars into this town. But yeah, it's, I mean, you're stretching 360 miles of farm roads, right? They're gravel roads, but they're farm roads. And I totally get like some of the farmers' complaints, but I don't think we had any issues with like locals that were mad or anything like that. I think at the start line we had one incident where someone wanted to get onto the road right where the start line was, and like come on, man, like there's
Wrong
gates
place.
up and there's this like huge bike race, like you're not getting onto this road.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to cause a scene or just honking in excitement, but it
Yeah.
definitely came across as like him trying to get us out of the way when it's like, hey,
Angry.
wrong time to go across.
Yep. Pick
So-
a different time.
Now we transition to day 2. So at this point, the race started Friday at 3 p.m. And then we went through the night. At this point, Boyd and I slept, I think, a total of an hour and a half.
Yep. We stopped back at the Airbnb, crashed on the couch for like an hour, and then we're like, all right, back up at it.
It was funny because we were we went to the couch because someone was using our room for the night. So we're on the couch upstairs. And by the time we like woke up and we're like, all right, let's start looking at where we're going to go next. The whole house, everyone else is getting up ready for their races starting at 6. And so they come in and we're just like these two, like, we just probably looked like bums, came in like, hello.
Right.
And they're like, what in the world?
Yeah, because we had like half the house doing the 350 or the 360, the XL, and then the other guys and gals were doing like the 200 and 100, and I think the 50. So all of that started, like the 200, 150, all that started the day after the XL started. It's like they're all up super early, preparing, eating, all that stuff for their race, and we're in the middle of the XL race.
Yeah. It was crazy, but let's enter day 2 of the XL race.
I thought I was a pretty hard worker. That guy works harder than anyone else I've ever met. He's inspired me to not give up and to keep going.
If you have a dream, just go for it. He tries to teach me this every day, and I'm bad at it, but I'm trying to get better. If you're in a bad spot, just aim for something bigger. And I think that, you know what he has done after...
I love this shot that you got of
Dude.
this guy.
That train, I love the train.
just-
Give me that train.
It's so sick with all the graffiti. It's flying by him. It's just so sick.
We moved here and came here with basically nothing. And the way he manages to...
So this hill.
That hill, this shot. So this was in an abandoned town. Like that abandoned town was super cool. Not that it was abandoned, like that sucks. But like the vibe of that abandoned town was actually pretty legit. But this hill was big.
Yeah, so this hill they come up and drop down. It's hard to tell, but we're like super far. You can't, even in person, you can't tell who these people are. They're just two dots coming down.
Yeah, I think this was on one of our long lenses, like maxed, like whatever, like 300 mil long lens maxed out, and there's still dots.
There's still dots. I think after this scene, that's when I was like, if I did this again, I'd get binoculars because that would help a lot to know when they're the person you're looking for, because we had no clue.
Yeah.
Also, a little fun fact is sometimes in filmmaking, I think things happen by accident for a reason. And where we stopped in this town, we didn't plan to stop there. We were just like, all right, let's pick a spot and go. And it just happened that this exact spot is where he DNF'd last year, and he rode up to his wife and daughter and just called it quits because of his stomach problems, and it was like a happy accident. So it was really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a moment that I think Odie like pushed to get to and past.
Yep.
And it was super cool that we just so happened to land in this abandoned town where he DNF'd, and we're able to film him getting through this and continuing on, knowing that he's pushing through and going to finish this race.
I think this is mile 260, 270.
Yep.
Surround himself with people that lift him up, and it just keeps on going, you know?
There's the guy from the night.
Yep.
It was very hard. I wanted to DNF many, many times. The night was brutal. Very, very cold. No DNF, baby. Not yet.
It could be many reasons
That's
out
awesome.
there to you wanted to DNF.
We
just
so that long hill shot, right? We had to get the shot of him coming down the hill, and then Christian and I book it back to the car so that we can get this roller. Like, so Christian's hanging out the window while I'm driving the car, trying to get these shots. It just worked out so well.
And then it was like navigating, like, all right, I'll be yelling to Boyd, stay next to him to get these shots. Then go ahead, but don't get in front so we're not drafting them. Stay over, but then a car's coming, so he had to drop back, get behind them. And it was all in a span of less than a mile of getting all these before then they headed off into more gravel. And so part of me wishes we would have stuck with them longer and just got more and more rollers. But also, like, I knew, like, all right, let's just let them keep going. I didn't want to, like, be there so long.
That's the other that's funny you mentioned that. So a lot of these shots, right, like, we're in and out of these spots in like minutes.
Yep.
Like it's crazy. Like, we drive 20 minutes to find an intersection that we're gonna meet the rider at, Odie at, and then just like that, like, he's here, he's gone, and like back in the car to the next spot that we've pinned. Like, this is the next intersection spot. So like, even for Christian and I, like, this was a race in ourselves. Like, we're just like jumping from spot to spot to spot, trying to intersect these riders to get content for this doc.
Yeah, it's a lot of hurry up and then wait, because I think we spent probably 2 hours at this abandoned town. Just kind of going around getting shots, flying the drone, and then we were tracking them. So this is like when you were saying about the tracker. We were tracking the people, and so we were like, all right, there's 3 people on the map. Let's see if those are the 3 or if we're delayed. They would come down, we'd look at them, and one of the main things, because we don't know these people, is we would look at their bikes. And so if we saw a Specialized, S-Works bike, we would check the tracker because it had their bike, and we'd be like, yep, that was the S-Works. So then we knew, okay, there's 4 more people between us and Odie on the map. And we would track it. We'd see 2 more. We're like, all right, 2 more just in case. Let's film it. They'd go by. We're like, cool, yep, those match the bikes. And then that was one way that we could actually track if it was going to be him next.
Yeah, I think there was 1 or 2 female riders. Shout out to all the female riders that crushed this race out. But there was like 1 or 2 that on the tracking app were like, oh, there's a female rider. So like the person that would like ride by us, we're like, all right, that was female X, right? We're like, oh, so we know that they're 4 spots ahead of Odie. So it was fun trying to identify everybody that was either ahead of Odie or behind Odie, or like, flipping positions and stuff like that, and trying to just basically pinpoint where Odie was.
That's a trick of the trade, is track the people around your person.
Sometimes enough is enough, or for example, Saturday after 12, it was extremely hot, and there was a certain point there where I didn't have enough water. And I was concerned about, okay, I really need to take care of myself now because I don't have much water left. And being that warm out there, there's another reason to DNF. There's a lot of people that DNF because of the heat. Back in 2024, I DNF at Cedar Point, so I knew exactly that place.
Woo!
So there's that hill in the background.
Yeah. And it got hot. When he says the heat intensified, like I was wearing pants and a sweater in the morning and I was sweating in the afternoon. Like it got warm.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It would go from really cold at night to really hot. Yeah. And so for these guys, like, they're not carrying big bags. Like, he's got a bag here, he's got one here. So you're carrying very little. So to carry a jacket for night and then not for the day, it's definitely a lot of planning.
Right.
Very good place for me, knowing that I will pass the point where I DNF last year.
A lot of drop off and then pick me back up.
Yeah. Sprinting up the hill.
Cool part about this one, it's not in there. He stopped here and we had no clue he was going to stop here. This was another intersect off of the main road that was like, you know what, let's just stop there and we'll get him going by. The plan was Boyd's on the long lens, get him going by. I was on the gimbal. And it just happened that him and the other guy were going to stop to kind of take a break.
Cycling is about taking care of each other, and I couldn't leave this guy out there without any water, being so many miles left. Funny enough, some friend of mine told me that they didn't understand why I did that, but it's like, man, when you're out there, it feels good to help other people that you could actually be in the same situation.
27 to the gas station. The heat. It's hot. I need water. Water?
This guy was rough. Like, he came down, and honestly, I thought he was going to pass out. That I don't know how he kept going, but he did, and he finished.
I give this guy so much credit because, like, I have been at the point of being in Florida. Florida is hot, and like I'm from Wisconsin, so cycling in Florida, like I've gotten to the point where the heat exhaustion, like it gets to you, and like he's at a whole different level. But I had just a flavor like cycling in Florida of like the heat exhaustion that this guy is having, and for him, he finished. For him to continue on at this point, like, dude, the physical and mental strength of this guy is wild. So I don't know if you find this and you're watching this, like, I don't know who you are, but hats off to you, my friend.
Hats off.
Yeah. This also shows the character of Odie too. Like, this dude is so loving and kind. Like, literally just the whole bottle of water just gives it to him.
Oh yeah. I love this shot.
Yeah, this is glorious. Not for him, but he's feeling it.
For me, it was great.
Yeah.
Sad when you can jog with us at an easy pace.
So good.
You know, once I came to the lake, I was very close to complete my dream. I came from a place with nothing. I moved to the States with not having the same starting point as probably other people that was born here. I started from zero and I have made it. So I just wanted to be a motivation for all the people out there in the same situation like me, that everything is...
Also, I guess we never talked about it. So his background, as you can tell in that, it's got like the cinder block. So his house is like right on the beach here in St. Pete. And they got hit with the hurricanes, Milton and Helene. And so they flooded a bunch. And this is quite a few months after the hurricane. They still weren't able to do it because of permits to get it fixed. And so while dealing with all that with his family, he's still training for this. So I think that's something to point out, that when you look at this, that's not just their style of their house, that's actual like damage from hurricanes.
You mean Odie's not just putting all this money into bikes, just endless bikes, and like, I don't need drywall in my house, I'll just buy another bike to cover this wall.
I mean, I guess drywall is just like optional.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Well, yeah, we're in October, and I think they just started restructuring their house from those hurricanes. So like, it's almost been a year. It has been a year. It's been a full year.
Yep. It looks like my camera's heating up, so we're gonna have to finish this quick.
All the people out there in the same situation like me, that everything is possible in life, and it's just about time and pushing yourself through those dark moments, and you will make it.
That was probably one of my favorite shots.
That's the guy he gave water to, and he raced him.
Yeah. Sprinted at the end to him.
It was really, really hard. Super cold. I had a lot of pain. But because of you guys, I couldn't DNF. I have to just push it through. It was brutal. Oh man.
I can't imagine the feeling of finishing this. Like I literally like zero understanding of like the accomplishment and the feeling that he has like finishing this. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely, you could feel emotion. He said all he wanted was a hamburger. And so he got himself a pulled pork sandwich.
Yep.
I'm very proud of this moment.
I'm extremely proud of what I have accomplished. I just have done it because all of my friends and sponsors. Without their help, it would be impossible. Like I told to my friends after Unbound, the finished medal that I got, it doesn't have my name. It has all my friends, sponsors, and family name. This journey is not my journey. It's friends, family, and sponsors' journey.
To see him come through
also,
that line
side note,
and
Odie, your hair is a paid actor in this like end shots. Like, dude, you rode 360 miles and your hair is like straight out of a shampoo commercial. So just put that plug in there.
Seeing y'all there was overwhelmingly emotional to me. And then for him to put in perspective, like, is if we just keep trying, you know, we can accomplish anything we want. And he's a perfect example of that. I couldn't be prouder of him.
That's so good.
And this is his final time, 26 hours, 19 minutes, 11 seconds.
Crazy.
And then you get to see our the great behind the scenes here.
Oh, you're Christian, run!
See that it's getting bigger and bigger.
I think the one thing that not a lot of people probably saw because it's right at the end is the end shot with the sponsors. It's probably my favorite shot. It's with the drone, which you'll see coming up, and it's a bunch of birds under a bridge.
Yeah.
And they start chasing it, and it was very close to these birds taking this drone out and going right into the river, which would have sucked because it had a lot of footage that was not backed up.
Dude,
Here it is.
We were geeking. Yeah, it's so beautiful. We were geeking so hard at this. But you got the shot, and we're like, no, don't hit the drone birds. Like, we need this drone back.
Leave the drone away.
Leave the drone. But also, under this bridge on the riverside, there was some random dude literally having a fire on the edge of this river, and it was a vibe. Like, I don't know who they were, if they were just having a good old time, but dude, if you can have a fire on the side of the river, do so, because it looked phenomenal.
Absolutely. All right, well, I think
now that it's dark in my office and I have zero lighting in here.
What in the world happened to you?
It looks like my beard is black, but I'm a ginger, so yeah.
Well, that's a wrap on the director's cut, as I'm calling it, of The Cowboy Way, the Unbound documentary following Odie on his third attempt through the Unbound 350 race. I appreciate Boyd for joining me on this adventure. I know one day I just reached out and said, hey, this is what we got going on. Are you down to come? And he said, yep, sign me up. So I bought flights and we went out there.
Bro, cycling and Kansas. I never been to Kansas. So throw me into Kansas with a cycling event. I'm there all day.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I appreciate it. Next year we have one lined up. It's not official yet, but we are working on the details. So hopefully you will see the two of us out in possibly Arizona to give you a little sneak peek. And we'll be doing this again.
Kansas.
Oh, well, Kansas.
We might
be on our bikes.
I would say we might be riding in Kansas.
Yeah.
So
November 1st.
Stay tuned.
Put in your lotto ticket.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. I'll see you.
Cool. All right. Peace out, everybody.